The ground doesn't always collapse. Sometimes it opens slowly, and when it does, if it catches you in its path, it doesn't let you go. What if I told you there's a forest path that doesn't collapse? Instead, it chooses who to swallow. What you're about to see will open your eyes to how some forests operate. The forest that eats people. On a Sunday evening, two university hikers, Daniel and Femi, were exploring the outer trails. The sun was still high, birds were loud. Nothing felt wrong until they stepped onto the narrow strip of darker soil cutting through the trees. Daniel felt it first, a strange softness beneath his boots. He laughed. "Feels like mud," he said. It wasn't mud. Within seconds, the soil around his feet began to sink. Not collapse, sink, like something underneath was gently pulling him down. Femi grabbed his arm, but the more he pulled, the faster Daniel descended. There was no struggle from the ground, no splashing, no sound. Just steady, silent swallowing. By the time Femi screamed for help, Daniel was waist deep. 30 seconds later, chest deep. 1 minute. Gone. The earth sealed smoothly over him, like he was never there. Femi ran. Authorities searched the area for 3 days. They found nothing. No footprints, no disturbed soil, no body. Months later, a local couple ignored the warnings posted near the outer woods. The sign read, "Unstable ground, do not cross." They thought it was exaggerated. Within minutes of stepping onto the same narrow path, both began to sink. This time, witnesses saw it happen. A jogger heard screams. When he turned, he saw two people waist deep in soil clawing at roots that snapped like dry bones. The ground didn't collapse violently. It didn't ripple. It simply accepted them. The jogger tried to reach them, but the earth beneath him shifted too, forcing him back. 2 people, gone in less than 2 minutes. Search teams arrived again. Ground scanners detected nothing unusual. No sinkholes, no cavities, no underground rivers. Just solid earth. Authorities labeled it unexplained soil instability, but locals call it something else. They call it the breathing path, because if you stand still long enough, you can feel it move beneath you. After so many years, authorities had stated clearly that everyone should avoid that pathway totally, and so many citizens adhered to the rules, but guess what? Jason, Jamie, and Janet never believed and were bent on visiting the site. They crossed the fence at 7:12 p.m. The forest was quiet that evening. Too quiet. No birds, no wind. Even their footsteps sounded swallow. Jamie noticed the darker strip of soil first. "It's just a trail," he said. Jason hesitated. Janet stepped onto it with her camera rolling. 5 steps in, Janet stopped laughing. Her foot didn't lift. It sank. At first, they joked. Then her other leg dropped suddenly to the knee. Jamie lunged forward to pull her out. The moment he stepped fully onto the path, the ground claimed him too. Jason grabbed Jamie's jacket. He pulled with everything he had. Jamie was screaming now. Janet was crying, trying to keep her camera above the soil as if recording would somehow save her. The earth didn't rush. It didn't roar. It tightened. Jason felt the soil under his own boots soften. He stepped back instinctively. Jamie's grip slipped. Janet's camera fell sideways, still recording as her face descended inch by inch into darkness. Jason screamed their names. He tried a branch. It snapped. He lay flat on his stomach, reaching. Jamie's fingers clawed at his wrist. Then, silence. The ground smoothed itself. 2 shallow depressions. Then nothing. Jason stumbled backward, shaking. The forest remained still. No evidence, no sound, no movement. As if it had fed. Jason ran nearly 5 kilometers before reaching the main road. He reported everything to the authorities. Police returned with him that night. They examined the exact coordinates. They placed markers. They brought equipment. Nothing registered. The soil tested normal. No sinkhole activity, no underground erosion, no seismic shifts. And here's the terrifying part. This was not the first report, nor the second. Authorities admitted there had been several similar complaints over the years. People disappearing on that exact stretch. No bodies recovered, no geological explanation confirmed. Their official statement was simple. Avoid the restricted forest trail area. They placed larger warning signs. They fenced off a wider perimeter. But they couldn't close the forest entirely. Because technically, there was nothing to close. Jason doesn't hike anymore. He doesn't step on soft ground. He avoids parks. He says the worst part wasn't the screaming. It wasn't watching his friends vanish. It was the feeling beneath his boots. A slow, deliberate shift. Like something alive adjusting its grip. He says the earth didn't feel unstable. It felt intentional. And sometimes, late at night, he swears he hears something outside his window. A faint, dragging sound. Like soil being moved gently, patiently, waiting.